Hello and welcome here to Brands Hatch in Kent, the Garden of England, well as it's known here, for round one of the 2013 Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship. We've got Andrew Jordan lined up on pole position in his perfect racing car, followed by Flash Gordon Shedden lining up second position, reigning world champion, then alongside him here. Round one of the British Touring Car Championship about to get underway then. So, Pertec Racing, Honda Yuasa Racing locking at the front row then. We've got Plato and Neil behind. This could turn out to be an absolutely fantastic race in prospect for us this morning then. Cars almost ready then to head on to their formation lap. In fact, they do now head on to their formation lap as the cars pull away from the grid here. We've got two formation laps here at Brands Hatch because of the short nature of the circuit. There are two formation laps to get your head around here. So as the cars head into Paddock Hill Bend on the first of the two warm-up laps here, and we've got a good set of cars this year. Most of the cars are the new NGTC spec. Most of the drivers have decided to opt for that NGTC spec, so it'll be interesting to see how it gets along then. We've got eBay Motors who have gone now to an NGTC spec, and we're looking now then at Arthur Forster. He's in the pits. The eBay Motorsports car, so Foster, not Forster, he used to race, it's now Nick Foster. So Foster looks like he isn't going to be able to get out for this one then, so shame for Nick Foster. We have got two of the eBay Motors cars out there then. We have got Rob Collard out there, plus also Colin Turkington for eBay Motors. Colin Turkington, the 2009 British Touring Car Champion, returning here, but he lines up at the back of the grid following a crash yesterday in qualifying, coming through Druid, so that'll be interesting. Right then, here comes the grid. So then, Andrew Jordan lines up on pole position for Pertec Racing. Gordon Shedden on the Honda Yuasa Racing in second. Jason Plato third. Matt Neal fourth. Sam Tordoff fifth. Dave Newsom sixth. Rob Austin, then he's on the soft tyres. Jeff Smith in eighth. Foster ninth, or should be Foster. Morgan in 10th. He's on the soft tyre. Then there's Ollie Jackson. Then Matt Jackson. Then going on row 6. Then Rob Collard. He's on the soft tyre. Then Aaron Smith. Will Bratt. Lee Wood. Tom Onslow Cole and James Kay then. James Kay in the AMDtuning.com car. Then we've got Liam Griffin, Joe Girling should be there, but he doesn't start this race. Warren Scott, James Cole, David Nye, and then Daniel Welch there, starting at the back of row number 12. Can he work his way back up? And then Colin Turkington in the eBay Motors car starts on soft tyres. He's alongside Jack Goff on row 13, both having a crash yesterday. Frank Raffle there, then on row 14. He starts at the back of the grid. Then after failing his scrutineering test, so not good then for Frank Raffle. There's Colin Turkington in his eBay Motors car then, right at the back of the grid. This is going to be interesting to see how he can make his progress then, just up the from up the grid then. So it'll be interesting to see how he can do. So then, brand new season in prospect here then at Brands Hatch, per usual. Big crowd out here. We have got some new rules slightly for this year. We've got the new tyres. So then all the drivers have to use the soft compound at one point during all three races, whether that be in the first race, the second race, or the third race. Then as the cars now filing through Graham Hill Bend here, then on the second of their two formation laps that we've got in prospect for us here, and it's going to be very interesting to see who can make these soft tyres last then, because the soft tyres will be quick at the start. However, we are expecting them to lose grip then as the race goes on. So then the hard option, the other option tyre, which is the usual tyre for these guys, will then come into effect. So it's going to be interesting to see who can make the tyres work and who can't. So it's going to be interesting to see that throughout this race and throughout, of course, the other races we've got coming up throughout the day then. The cars going through Clearwaters now then, and we'll get the first couple of cars to line up then on the grid in a short while here. Round 1 of the Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship. A new season, new thrills, new spills, and we're ready for some fantastic motorsport action. It is almost time to go racing in 2013, and it's been a long time coming. Who's got the best car this season? This is going to be a hard one this year. Who has got the best car this year? There's so many cars on the grid. There's so many cars that could challenge this year. It's so hard to just pick who's gonna be there come the end of the season. Right then, all the cars are starting to line up in place. Then here we've got that's Jack Goff. Then Jack Goff coming up then to come into his good position. Clio Cup racer from a couple of seasons back, so he's in the British Touring Car Championship this season. And as he goes on to his starter place, Colin Turkington's in place, Jack Goff's in place, Van Raffles now in place. We're all in place then here in Brands Hatch. Andrew Jordan on pole position then, and Marshall back of the field. Green flag from the back of the field. We're ready to go racing here at Brands Hatch. Starter holds. Red lights are on the start gantry. And they're off now, and away we go for 2013. Good start by Andrew Jordan. Good start as well by Gordon Shedden and Jason Plato's made a good up mark. So comes Rob Austin. He's going around the outside. He passes Matt Neal. Rob Austin passes Matt Neal. And he's going right around the outside of Jason Plato. Can he get past? He's going past Shedden as well. He's going past Shedden sideways. Going out Paddock Hill Bend. Shedden holds it, however. So the reigning world champion sideways to Paddock Hill Bend manages to hold it then. Diving into Druids for the first time. Gordon Shedden just getting away with that then, but Andrew Jordan still leads the race. Rob Austin managing to get up to second. Great start from Rob Austin with those soft tyres. Plato down there, and we've got a car just going off there then at Paddock Hill Bend. Through Graham Hill Bend now, down the Cooper Straight. Andrew Jordan, the leader of the race. Rob Austin right behind him here then. Can he hold it? And that's Matt Neal, or is it Gordon? Yeah, it's Matt Neal. Matt Neal with something rubbing on the back of his car, and Rob Austin goes down the inside into clearways, and so goes Jason Plato as well. Rob Austin leads the race here. Round 1 of the Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship. Plato second. Andy Jordan bogged out wide then coming through clearways and across the line for the first time. Rob Austin will lead it. Plato second. Andy Jordan third. It's going to be Matt Neal there in fourth. Dave Newsom fifth. Sam Tordoff and the other KX Momentum Racing car, they're in sixth position. So, yeah, 7th is Jess Smith, then 8th is Matt Jackson, 9th Gordon Shedden, 10th there then is Adam Morgan, then it's 11th Collards, 12th Paul Back, 13th Ollie Jackson, 14th Lance Lewis, 15th Lance Cole, and we've got another Cole there in the gravel trap. Car number 20, that's at Paddock Hill Bend by the looks of it, or it could be a Graham Hill Bend actually, then as the cars come through 30s, this could be a safety car situation. Matt Neal then was still something rubbing there on the back of his tyre. Coming into clearways for the second time, safety car has been deployed because of the stricken car of Cole there, not Tom Winslow Cole, the other Cole. Matt Neal there in fourth position with some damage, and he's holding up, he's lost a lot of ground then there, just on those opening exchanges to Andrew Jordan. He's got some cars behind him as well. So then, not a great start really for Matt Neal. He's holding up a lot of cars, and Cole's car there completely beats at the gravel track at Paddock Hill Bend. He's not getting out of there quickly without a tow. Lap 3 then here, then out of the 24 from the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. It's Andy Jordan who leads the way here. Round 1 from the Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship, and it always provides some spills and thrills, this championship. And expect some more banger to bumper racing throughout the day then. So, Rob Austin leads the race then. He is on the soft tyres, so expect his tyres to degrade very rapidly. Then we've got Plato second, then Andrew Jordan third, Matt Neal fourth. Where's Shedden? I think that Shedden is somewhere about sixth at the moment. So then Shedden being sixth from after that spin. He came through turn number 2, and he must have got a touch from behind or something. Here is a replay of what happened to Cole, who he just lost it coming through Paddock Hill Bend. Then into the gravel trap he goes, and that is Cole's race over. This is it in fast mode or normal motion. Coming through Paddock Hill Bend, just lost the back end, no touches. Jack Goff was behind him, but not close enough to have a real impact there, and he just features it in the gravel trap as he's being towed away now. Then so we've got 20 laps to go here then from the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. James Cole in the RCIV Insurance Racing car. Just got this car down here for Friday afternoon practice, then didn't get much testing with this car because it wasn't finished in time, so not a great way to start effectively their test weekend for them. Then knew that they weren't going to be competitive or anything this weekend. This was just more of a test, and there's Rob Collard in the pits for eBay Motors, so he obviously has some trouble there then. So here's a replay start then. Rob Austin, lightning gets away from the start. He got past Neil, he got past Plato, ran outside, and then he was challenging with Gordon Shedden. And then Shedden goes sideways at Paddock Hill Bend. Looked like he got a slight touch there low from Jason Plato. Could that have been a thing? And Shedden then gets punished massively. He looked like he was down to 7th or 8th there. This is on board with one of the eBay Motors cars. It's Colin Turkington. Great start from Turkington. He's lightning off the start. Managed to get past 2-3 cars there just off the line. Dan Welch there just in front of him. Dan Welch braking and Colin Turkington. What a mental start that was from Colin Turkington. Oh, and he got a bit sideways coming through Paddock Hill Bend. You can see there then the aftermath of Shedden spin. And Frank Raffle diving through there as well then. So good start by Frank Raffle and the Dyno Jet car. This is on board with Gordon Shedden. Bit too much wheel spin there then from Sheds. And Andy Jordan has automatically just left the field there as they go into Paddock Hill Bend. Here comes the contact. There it is. Well, and if there is any, Gordon Shedden managing to hold that sideways. Foot to the floor then. They're in that front wheel drive car. Their foot to the floor. Keep the power down. Oh, and there's another car off. That's Dave Newsham. Tell him Dave Newsham out then in his Feedworks motorsport car. So he's out as well then. So we've got Cole out. And now we've got Dave Newsham out then here. That 5 out of 24. The eBay Motors car still in the pits then. Is that Collard's car still? Yes, I think it is. And Newsham trundles away then. Going back to the pit lane, trying to hitch a lift then back to the pits. So he's just walking back. And we hope that we will continue to go racing soon then. Lap 5 out of 24. Light still on then on the safety car. Rob Austin leading the way. Jason Plato in second. Andrew Jordan in third. Matt Neal there in fourth. Lap 6 out of 24 then here as the cars dive into Paddock Hill Bend. Now then, back onto the tyre situation. Rob Austin may be leading the race. However, with the current tyre degradation, he's on the soft tyre. That tyre, we expect, will degrade very quickly, which means it's going to lose its grip, lose its performance in it, and Plato just will hold on for the time being, hope that Rob Austin's tyres will degrade pretty quickly, and then Jason Plato will just be able to just slip through and slide into the lead, and Andrew Jordan will be thinking the same thing. Stay on the back of Jason Plato, get past Rob Austin when his tyres fade, then possibly push for Jason Plato's lead. Right then, lights out on the safety car here then. We are ready to go racing. The race distance has now been increased from 24 to 27 laps then. So this is lap 6 out of 27. Plato very close onto the back of Rob Austin as they go through 30s. Now into clearways, and any minute now Rob Austin will just drop the power, and now he's gone, and we're under green flag conditions again here at Brands Hatch. Is Rob Austin going to be able to hold it? Jason Plato right on his back bumper here then, and now as they cross the line, we're now under green flag conditions, lap 7 out of 27, Austin leading, Plato second, Jordan third, Neil fourth, Tordor fifth, Matt Jackson there in 6th position, and Rob Austin coming through Paddock Hill Bend, Jason Plato right behind him, Jeff Smith there in 7th, Shedden 8th, Morgan 9th, so then can Gordon Shedden make up any momentum, and it is Gordon Shedden going right round the outside here, trying to make up extra ground. He's got past Jeff Smith, I think, in the Pertec car, but he hasn't got past anyone else as such yet then. He's still got Matt Jackson there, right in front of him in the Airways, about to say the Airways BMW, but it's now one of the Airways cars, because they've got rid of their BMWs for this year. Matt Neal still has that, something rubbing there on the tyre, producing loads of smoke, and these three pulling away then now from the race leaders. Plato, number 99, closing again once more then on the back of Rob Austin's car. Rob Austin leading this one. I bet that Rob Austin just wants to keep these cars behind him for the time being and hope his tyres don't degrade too much. Going into Paddock Hill Bend, we've got Shedden here, right on the back of Matt Jackson in the Airways car. Matt Jackson just in front of him. He's also looking at the back of Sam Tordoff. Going into Druids then, Gordon Shedden right behind him. Is he going to be able to get the better exit? No. But normally, Flash is good on his brakes in here, so Gordon Shedden should be able to find the way through going into the heartbroken corners, such as Paddock Hill Bend and Druids, most notably. Through 30s, Andrew Jordan still on the back of Jason Plato. Jason Plato still on the back of Rob Austin, and these three pulled away now from Matt Neal, who is somewhat holding up the rest of the queue as they go through the timing line. across the start-finish line. Lap 9 out of 27. Plato's going for it down the inside. Ooh, bit of a half move back because Rob Austin manages to hold on again just. Rob Austin first, Plato second still, and Plato just biding his time, knowing those tyres will degradate soon. Then he can make a real move forward. Doesn't want to put his car in jeopardy. Just wants to keep it nice and cool for the time being. As they go into Graham Hill Bend, we're on board with Andrew Jordan here. And now screens here in the commentary box, and Andy Jordan slowly pulling back a bit then from Jason Plato. So Plato's pulling a bit of an advantage on Andrew Jordan, which is not going to be good for Andy. He needs to keep within the range of Jason Plato to make a move if something goes wrong. Or maybe towards the end of the race when Plato should be able to pick off Rob Austin fairly quickly then, coming along the start-finish line, going on to the next lap here. And Jason Plato really closed his time and on to the back of Rob Austin as they go into Paddock Hill Bend for the 10th time. Rob Austin just set the fastest lap on that race actually, 49.560 for Rob. So he's not going to let this race go and slip from his grasp. He will want to keep Jason Plato behind him for as long as possible. Loads of action going on behind though, loads of side-by-side action behind. But this is the battle that everyone's watching, the battle for the lead. Rob Austin still in the lead of this one. We've got action behind. Matt Neal fourth. Sam Tordoff is right on the back of Matt Neal then, so that could be an exciting battle for fourth. Shedden right behind him as well then. So in fact Tordoff was less than 1/10 of a second behind Matt Neal coming through that last lap then. So it just shows you they're quite close. Here comes Frank Rafferty trying to make a move now. Who's out the back of the field? We've got Matt Neal holding up Tordoff and Shedden, and Frank Rafferty has got past at that back of the field there. It's quite hard to identify the cars because of the brand new season. We're still trying to learn which car is who. I think that is Adam Morgan, who Jeff Smith has got past. It is Adam Morgan. So Frank Rafferty moving up another position. As Matt Neal, again, just holding up this long chain of cars, and you feel that once Matt Neal is out of the way, then Tordoff could have the pace to try and challenge the leaders. Tordoff giving a little kiss there on the back of Matt Neal. In fact, Matt Neal's a bit sideways, manages to hold it. Tordoff through to fourth, and there's got Shedden. Shedden going down the inside, Matt Neal's pushing him on, and he nearly hit the pit wall. Shedden on the grass. Matt Neal holds fifth position. We've now got Matt Jackson coming up against Gordon Shedden. Can Sheds hold the inside line here? Matt Jackson going around the outside. He can't get the move stick, and now Frank Raffle. We've got Jeff Smith going around the outside of Adam Morgan as they go through Paddock Hill Bend as well here. Can Jeff Smith make the move stick as they head down into Druids? We're looking now on board with Shedden actually, and Shedden closing up once more than on his teammate. And in fact, Sam Tordoff is starting to pull out a slight gap then over Matt Neal. So yes, Matt Neal definitely holding up that bunch. Going back to the leaders, Plato still in second place, so Rob Austin still holding them off then here at Runsat. Lap 12 out of 27. This is what happened. Slight nudge from Tordoff. Matt Neal gets sideways. Gordon Shedden comes through. Tries to get through. Matt Neal pushes him on the grass slightly, and Shedden has to yield before he makes contact with the pit wall here. Rob Austin still leading the way then, but Jason Plato very close still, right hot on his heels. Tordoff in fourth, and now we've got Shedden and Neal, the two under Yasser. Frank Raffle very sideways as they go through Paddock Hill Bend. He's got Matt Jackson. He's past Matt Jackson now. Plus he's got Adam Morgan on the back of him, so Frank Raffle under immense pressure. But good comeback then from the back of the grid. He was penalised after failing his scrutineering after qualifying. Then it started snowing and he couldn't get a better time done. So Frank Raffle, he's now up to 7th. So maybe a good race in race 2, possibly like a reverse grid in race 3. Could promote him up the field further. And here we go, Plato literally outside as they go through Paddock Hill Bend. Can't get it done this time. Rob Austin still holds the inside, and Plato could get a good overlap here. He moves to the inside. Rob Austin tries to defend, but he can't. And Plato goes through at Druids. And Plato then goes into the lead of the race here. Lap 14 out of 27. Plato leads. Rob Austin second. Then there's Andy Jordan there in third. In the third hit racing car. Can Jordan now maximise on the degradation of Rob Austin's car? Because those tyres now then, they're showing signs of evidence that those tyres have gone now then. There's Andy Jordan always going to look for a move now here on Rob Austin. Can't quite get through. Rob Austin then still holding in second position, but Andy Jordan will want to get past Rob Austin quickly before Jason Plato starts to pull away from Rob Austin, which is doing so now. Then Plato pulling away slightly from Rob Austin. We also need to look out for Sam Tordoff, because once he's got past Matt Neal, he could be right behind us. Last lap comparison for these two guys. Then Andy Jordan was 0.4 of a second, just over 0.4 of a second, faster than Rob Austin on that last lap here then, going into Graham Hill Bend. And Andy Jordan still not close enough. Down Cooper Straight, can Andy Jordan get possibly a move into Clearways? Doesn't look like it for the time being. Jordan 0.3 of a second behind Austin then when they came past the timeline for the last time. Plato in the lead of the race then. Can he pull away then? The MGKX Momentum car. Plato last one is championship, so it was like 2010 in the Silverline Chevrolet, so can Plato possibly win another championship this year? He's got a strong opposition with the Hondas not doing very well this race, but they will come on strong later towards the end of the season. In fact, they could do well come the next round at Donington Park. But we have got one of the Hondas in. It is Gordon Shedden, number 1. We're used to trying to spot the 52 on Shedden's car, but he's won this year, and he's pulled into the pits. Oh, and it looks like the other Honda's coming as well. Matt Neal's in the pits as well, so both Hondas then in the pits. And Gordon Shedden doesn't look like he's in there. He puts his hand up. He doesn't know why he's in there. Does that mean then that the Honda's called in the wrong car? Look, both Hondas in the pits. Matt Neal also in there in car number 2. Did Honda call out the wrong guy? Call in the wrong team member, and then they brought in both instead? There's definitely some grass come off the back of Gordon Shedden's car in that stop. So the team did do something to that car, but was it actually anything that they had to do, or could they leave it? Oh, and there's Warren Scott in the Team BMR restart car. He's spun it going through Graham Hill Bend by the looks of it, and that could incline a safety car. Hopefully he can get that car moved out of the way. It's just on the inside at Graham Hill Bend, so hopefully they can get that car moved out of the way without needing a safety car. Plato first, Austin second, Jordan third still. Now Andy Jordan still right on the back of Rob Austin, and Collard rejoins the fray. So he's obviously been in then and is then in the eBay Motors car coming onto the main straight. Still Andy Jordan can't find a way past Rob Austin, so maybe Rob Austin has found some pace again in that in his car. Is he going to be able to find a way past Andy Jordan? Because he's running out of laps here. We've only got 9 laps to go here. Then lap 18 out of 27. There's Rob Collard then on the inside, getting out of everyone's way. And we've got the Honda USA car just behind the leaders. They'll want to unlap themselves, but are they allowed to do that? That could be an interesting thing that could happen. Plato still leading Rob Austin. Oh, and Andrew Jordan looks a bit closer this lap then, going through Surtees now then, into Clearways. So then is Andrew Jordan just a bit closer as he comes out of the corner. Will he try and find a move going into Paddock Hill Bend? It is possible from this angle. Oh, and Rob Austin though just gets a better exit coming out the corner. That's the thing. It seems that the Rob Austin car has the speed going down the straight, so that Jordan can't really capitalise. Through Paddock Hill Bend, Rob Austin goes a bit wide there. So then Andrew Jordan will have better lines like these. Right on the back bumper now. Little kiss there from Andrew Jordan on the back of Rob Austin's bumper. And now there's Frank Ruffle. This is a battle for position. There's Gordon Shedden with Jeff Smith behind. And it can't be, because the Hondas must have lost a lap from that position. But they might not have done, actually. There's Frank Ruffle. Oh no, they would have lost a lap during that position, because Matt Neal and Gordon Shedden both getting out of the way. So Frank Ruffle in 5th position then, and in the Dynajet car, but he's got Jeff Smith behind him, so that battle's not over. And there's Adam Morgan there in 7th by the looks of it. And Andrew Jordan has got past Rob Austin, so he's made the move of probably at Clearwaters, because it is Plato first, Jordan second, and then Rob Austin there in 3rd. So this is what happened then. Jordan lined up the move going through Surtees, dive bomb it going into Clearways, and has managed to just pull away nicely from Rob Austin. So then position gained by Andrew Jordan. Now then, has he got the pace in that Pertec Racing car to try and challenge Jason Plato in front then? He's pulled off a slight gap, but we've still got 7 laps in this one then. So there's still time for Andrew Jordan to try and muscle away past the MG KX Momentum car then. Jason Plato. Shedden there right on the back of Will Austin. Shedden wants to try and laugh himself by the looks of it. Don't know if he'll be allowed to do that or not. On board one of the eBay Motors cars, it's Colin Turkington. He's in 9th position, and so Turkington from the back of the grid in 9th position. He's got Matt Jackson just ahead of him. And that eBay car looks like it has the power going down the straight, so that could be an interesting move. If Colin Turkington can pull that off, then as they head now into Paddock Hill Bend. Turkington too far back at the moment to challenge Matt Jackson's car, but no doubt he'll have the ability to push elsewhere. But Matt Jackson right on the back of Adam Morgan's car as well then, so a nice battle brewing up between these two, these three even, because if Turkington can get onto the back of these guys, then there could be a good scrap there for 7th position. No, Matt Jackson slowed! Come out of do, it's Matt Jackson slowed! I thought that I saw an Airways car slowing from the commentary box. Matt Jackson slowing there horrendously, going through Graham Hill Bend and coming out of do it. And there's Matt Jackson out of that battle. So then Colin Turkington will move up to 8th position. And now then have Adam Morgan to challenge for 7th. So then Matt Jackson out of the way. So something's happened to that Airways car. And on the last lap then here, it looks like Andrew Jordan. Yes, he was. Jordan, 0.2 of a second faster than Jason Plato. So then nice battle brewing up between these two. Going into Graham Hill Bend, Jordan quicker out of these two cars, but he is slowly here running out of laps. Lap 22 then here out of lap 27. Going here then round 1 elite Dunlop MS8 for his touring car championship. Plato just over a second ahead of Jordan going into the last lap, but Jordan would have closed even further on this lap. He's closing all the time in that Pertec Racing Vauxhall across the line again. Lap 23 out of 27. We've got 4-5 laps left here then from the Ransack Indy Circuit going into Paddock Hill Bend. You can just see then riding on board that Jordan's just taking chunks out of Plato each time. Now then the gap down to 0.9 of a second, so 0.2 gained again on that lap. So if Jordan keeps getting 0.2 of a second from Jason Plato, then on the last lap he's going to be right behind him into Graham Hill Bend. Yeah, and this battle is brewing up nicely here then. 5 laps to go. Will we see any side-by-side battle, or will we just run out of laps then? The MG Momentum guys are in the pits, looking worried. Can Plato hold on to take his 75th career win then in the British Touring Car Championship? He used to race in the 90s, took a sabbatical off for a while, came back, won the championship in 2010 with the Silverline Chevrolet. Used to race for Seat, been in many battles with Giovanardi and Ivan Muller over the years. There's so many different rivalries this guy's had. Now his main rival is with Matt Neal and maybe even Andy Jordan. There's a battle going on behind here. This is a battle going on for 10th as they come across the timing line. Now then, the battle for 10th is brewing up nicely. Yeah, then there's Dan Welch there in 10th, then there's Ollie Jackson, and then Will Bratt there in 12th. So then, Bratt falling off a bit, but now Ollie Jackson right on the back of, right on the back, then here he's making a move, can't quite make it stick then, and Daniel Welch defending nicely. Here comes Ollie Jackson, then right round the outside of Graham Hill Bend. He has got past Welch. Can Bratt do it? Like, this is the thing, he's right round the outside, but they haven't given up the fight yet. Then Welch is still on the inside as they go into Surtees. Flat on the fossil, still then there by Ollie Jackson, but he can't get past. Welch holds it just. He's got Bratt behind him. Oh, and it looked like Bratt hits him, and then he hits him. It's another kiss on the back though. Nothing serious has happened then between those guys. Will Bratt still right on the back then here then of Ollie Jackson, as Jackson has pulled off a bit now from the back of Daniel Welch due to the battle that's entailed. But Will Bratt right on the back of Ollie Jackson now then, so that could be a good battle for 10th position. Back to leaders, and Andrew Jordan now right behind Jason Plato. He's closed up massively in that lap then. Here is Len, the battle for the lead. Plato in first, Jordan in second. That's less than half a second now then, and Andy Jordan has got 2 laps now then, going on to the penultimate lap of this race. 2 laps to try and get past the MG of Jason Plato as they come through Paddock Hill Bend. Now then, they break hard for Druid's hairpin. Jason Plato keeping to the inside, and on that lap, Jordan again. This time it was only 8,000ths of it was only 800ths of a second, even faster than Jason Plato, but every bit is taking a tiny bit out of his lap time, and now he can set himself nicely as they go through Surtees and into clearways. Plato still leads. Now they go into clearways, and Andy Jordan closing up yet again then in that Puerto racing car. Can he find a way past? Around this last sweeping bend, going on to the start-finish line, past the pit boxes. Now then, across the timing line, and we're on to the final lap here then, round 1, from the Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship, into Paddock Hill Bend, car a bit sideways in front, bit of traffic ahead, will that matter though, and in fact Jordan lost then 8/10 of a second, not 8/10, 800ths of a second on that then, so Plato's replied, he has been managing the gap nicely. But can Plato keep it there in the lead as Andrew Jordan comes to Graham Hill Bend? He's only got clear ways left as Andrew Jordan, but he's right on toe here then of Jason Plato. There's traffic up ahead. They go into 30s here then for the final time. Andrew Jordan right on the back bumper. He'll under the move. He goes wide. They make contact. Jason Plato sideways and Andrew Jordan goes to the gravel trap as well. He's going to hold on. Is he going to hold on? Plato's back on the road. He will just manage to hold on. So will Andy Jordan, because the third place man of Rob Austin was too far behind to capitalise. And what with a very surprising end here, Jason Plato does take round 1 of the Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship. Andy Jordan takes second. What an end to round 1. Rob Austin does take third position. And great racing then from these guys. Great racing. Here come the two Willie Van Moses cars. They're going to come across the line then. It's been a good outing. Well, it hasn't been a good outing really. Rob Collard spent most of it in the pit lane and Colin Turkington fighting his way up to 7th or 8th. So then, great racing at the end there. And there's Jason Plato's dad then in the pit lane. But he's happy that one's over. Great end to it. It's going to be interesting to see what their reactions are like at the end. But this is along with Plato. He won't mind on this occasion because it didn't cost him the race. But if that had put him out, Jason Plato would be absolutely fuming and he would be straight down to the clerk of the course. So it shows you then the mentality of Jason Plato in that situation. But Andy Jordan finishing second for Bertec Racing. Good outing for him. Got swamped at the start and couldn't manage to get past Plato. This is the move again then. He had him up going through 30s into clearways. There wasn't a gap. They made contact. Plato manages to hold the majority of the slide. Jason Plato, in fact, Gordon Shedden managed to unlap himself as those cars made contact, so he will be able to do the final lap of the race. Jordan goes down the inside. Plato manages to hold the slide. Jordan manages to not get beached in that gravel trap, but Rob Austin too far behind really to capitalise on that situation. Plato, the deserved race winner really. He has controlled the gap. Maybe he could have let it slip then going into the last lap then because if Andrew Jordan had squeezed his way through it clear ways, there wouldn't have been a way back from Jason Plato. This is on board Andy Jordan. Comes into clearways. Not really Gaffy. Forces it, makes contact with the MG. Goes into the gravel trap. And in fact, he bounces off the wall there just to manage to get back onto the track. Just gives the Bowie a nice little kiss there to get him back on the racetrack then. So luckily, not doing any damage there to Andy Jordan or Jason Plato's car. So then Plato wins the race. Then Andy Jordan in second. Rob Austin in third. Plato's teammate Sam Tordoff there in fourth, and the other MG, Jess Smith fifth, Frank Ruffle sixth, then Adam Morgan seventh, Colin Turkington on his comeback to Sport Leon eighth, then there's Aaron Smith ninth, then Ollie Jackson 10th, Dan Welch there in 11th, so he was 9th or whatever at one point. Now he's down to 11th, Will Bratt 12th, Jack Goff 13th, Tomonto Cole 14th, James Kay 15th, Lee Wood 16th, Liam Griffin 17th, David Nye there then in 18th, Gordon Shedden finishes 19th, but he did manage to do the last lap. Then, because of the incident in front, he managed to complete that last lap. So then, that is round 1 then, and the Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship. It's been spectacular action. We'll join you later for race 2.